When a father celebrates and forgets his own child, that's not just drama, that's damage. Lil Scrappy threw the party of the year, but one absence was louder than all the music combined. His child, missing, and the mother, silent. No more. This isn't about co-parenting anymore. It's about character. And what comes next might just change how you see him forever. Let's get into it. When a father throws a celebration and forgets to include his own child, questions are bound to follow. That is exactly what unfolded with Lil Scrappy, whose co-parent, Shakira, has called him and his new girlfriend out in a very public way. What may seem like simple party drama actually reveals a deeper conflict rooted in co-parenting struggles, emotional distance, and unspoken betrayal. Just when fans believed Lil Scrappy had moved on peacefully with his new partner, this incident exposed a troubling twist. Shakira took to social media with a mix of subtle hints and direct accusations, sparking serious concerns among followers. The biggest question lingering is whether Scrappy truly left his child out of the celebration, and if so, what that decision says about his priorities as a father. Was this an oversight, or did outside influence play a role? With fans demanding answers and speculation flooding minds, this situation has quickly evolved from a private parenting issue to a full-blown image crisis. This story runs deeper than it first appears, so stay with us as we unravel every layer from the social media post that kicked off the firestorm to the reason fans are backing Shakira and questioning Lil Scrappy's judgment. At the heart of it all lies a larger conversation about fame, parenting, and the responsibilities that come with both. It all began with what looked like a joyful, picture-perfect birthday celebration. Lil Scrappy recently hosted a lively party for one of his children, complete with extravagant decorations, cheerful moments, and sweet snapshots featuring his current girlfriend. The event was far from private. Clips and photos were posted online with captions like "family time" and "love all around." But while everything appeared festive on the surface, one glaring detail caught fans' attention: the absence of Shakira's child, whom she shares with Lil Scrappy. The child was not just missing from the background, they were completely excluded. And considering the party was shared publicly, many began to question whether this was an innocent oversight or a more deliberate choice. As outrage grew online, it sparked a wider discussion not just about messy, but about what it truly means to show up as a parent, both online and off. Despite the joyful images shared online, one thing stood out: the child Lil Scrappy shares with Shakira was completely absent. There was no tag, no mention, nothing. Within 24 hours, Shakira posted a cryptic but pointed message on her Instagram story, saying it was strange how some people could host entire parties for appearances but fail to invite their own child. She ended by saying, "Silence and cameras seem more valuable these days." The internet reacted immediately. Though she did not name anyone, fans quickly connected the dots. Lil Scrappy's birthday posts were still live, and the timeline was impossible to ignore. This sparked questions: did he purposely exclude his child? Was there a miscommunication? Or was this influenced by deeper issues with Shakira or his girlfriend? That is when things began to unravel. While Shakira chose her words carefully, her tone carried a clear edge. She later liked several fan comments criticizing Lil Scrappy, with messages like, "He's dead wrong for this. You don't leave your child out of family events. The girlfriend must be in his ear." That small action sent the comment sections into a frenzy. But the most surprising detail is one: few are talking about. This incident is not an isolated one. In fact, it fits into a larger pattern that is now surfacing. To fully understand the depth of this birthday drama, we need to look back, because the tension between Lil Scrappy and Shakira did not begin with balloons and cake. Their issues have been quietly building for some time. Shakira, unlike some of Scrappy's more public exes, including Bambi, has mostly stayed out of the spotlight. Still, those who have followed Scrappy's personal journey closely know his relationship with Shakira has always been layered and far from simple. Sources close to both Shakira and Lil Scrappy have revealed a troubling pattern: long stretches of silence, minimal communication, and a consistent lack of public recognition for the child they share. Unlike Scrappy's more visible and documented co-parenting relationships with Bambi and Erica Dixon, Shakira has stayed out of the spotlight, and not entirely by her own choice. Over the past year, fans began to pick up on the pattern. Scrappy frequently shares posts with other children and engages openly with them online, but Shakira's child is rarely mentioned, almost never seen. No birthday wishes, no holiday pictures, nothing. And while social media is not always a complete reflection of someone's life. In the world of celebrities who carefully craft their public image, it speaks volumes. The reality is, co-parenting is rarely simple, especially under the gaze of the public. Emotions, past history, and miscommunication often complicate things. However, Shakira's recent passive responses hint that this issue runs deeper than a missed invite or clashing schedules. According to one insider who shared information in a fan forum, there may be far more happening behind the scenes than anyone realized. Shakira has made efforts to maintain a peaceful co-parenting relationship, but behind the scenes, she is clearly growing weary of being disrespected. According to fan discussions, Scrappy tends to appear involved only when it benefits his public image. That, Shakira seems to suggest, is not real parenting. Though none of this has been officially confirmed, the narrative has picked up momentum online, especially because Shakira's own social media posts have subtly reflected the same frustration. One example that stands out is a now-deleted tweet she reportedly posted months ago, which read, "Being a single mom is one thing. Being a single mom while the father pretends he's active is another kind of pain." Fans widely believe that message was aimed at Scrappy, and if true, it sheds light on a much deeper issue, one rooted in emotional absence, lack of involvement, and a preference for image over action. While the birthday party may appear to be a single incident, it fits into a larger pattern marked by inconsistency and disregard, particularly on Scrappy's part. And adding more complexity to the situation is his current relationship, which may not just be a side detail, it could be making the divide even wider. Now this is where the plot thickens. After the birthday party drama exploded online, fans did not just hold Lil Scrappy accountable, they quickly turned their focus to the woman by his side, his current girlfriend, who was not only present but appeared front and center in every photo, drew serious attention. From cheerful couple pictures to videos of her decorating, laughing with Scrappy, and cheering him on, she was clearly involved in every part of the celebration. But what truly stirred conversation was the complete lack of acknowledgement toward Shakira's child. There was no post, no story, no caption that hinted at including the child in any way. Despite now being a very visible figure in Scrappy's life, she offered no sign of support or recognition for the children who were not present. Fans quickly picked up on this and pointed out that it was not the first time her influence had been felt. On a popular fan-run gossip page, several followers commented that she gave off stepmom vibes, but only for the kids she favored. Questions flooded the comment sections. How do you play house with one child and ignore the rest? And why does Scrappy act brand new every time he gets with someone new? The consistency of the pattern was hard to ignore. It is as if the past has been erased. What made things even more obvious was what happened right after Shakira posted her cryptic Instagram story about being left out. Scrappy's girlfriend followed up with a quote that immediately caught fans' attention. "Sometimes peace means cutting ties, even with people who think they're entitled to your life." Many saw this as a not-so-subtle jab, believing it was aimed directly at Shakira. Fans quickly labeled it a digital subtweet war, accusing her of throwing shade in a passive-aggressive, petty manner. Whether or not it was intentional, the timing made it impossible to ignore. Now, people are asking serious questions. Is Scrappy's girlfriend adding fuel to the co-parenting conflict? Or is Scrappy using her as a buffer to dodge his responsibilities? Because the issue is not whether Scrappy has the right to date, it is whether that relationship is interfering with his role as a father. The happy family posts do not sit well with fans when there is a child clearly being left out. As one commenter put it, "It's cool to have a girlfriend, but don't let her make you forget you're still a father to all your kids." That part. But just when it seemed like things could not get more complicated, it does, because Scrappy's girlfriend is no stranger to controversy. Before her relationship with him, she had already been involved in a public fallout with another rapper, proving she knows how to navigate drama when the spotlight is on. She understands the power of silence, the importance of timing, and how to curate an image that keeps her looking clean while chaos brews behind the scenes. This has led many to question whether this entire situation is being carefully managed to present Scrappy as the devoted father, while slowly cutting off connections to his past. Or maybe it is not strategy at all, maybe it is just pure dysfunction unfolding in real time. Either way, fans want answers. And what stands out most in all this noise is Lil Scrappy's silence. Despite his name trending, his co-parent calling him out, and fans openly demanding accountability, Scrappy has not uttered a single word. No statement, no reply, not even a quick comment to cool down the backlash. just complete silence. And for longtime followers of his career, this is not surprising because disappearing in moments like this has always been part of his pattern. When the pressure rises, Lil Scrappy tends to retreat into silence, especially when facing criticism about parenting or conflict with his exes. But this time, that silence feels heavier. Unlike his past disputes with Bambi or his back-and-forth moments with Erica Dixon, this situation centers around a child being visibly left out, and that strikes a different chord. This is not just adults being messy or throwing shade online. It is about a child, a birthday, and what many are calling the troubling optics of selective parenting. Fans are calling for answers. And what makes things even more concerning is that Scrappy has yet to acknowledge Shakira's post or explain whether the child was even invited to the party. The lack of clarity is raising eyebrows. To make matters worse, fans noticed their comments being deleted from his Instagram. According to screenshots circulating in fan forums, users who asked questions like, "Why wasn't your other baby there?" or "Did someone stop your child from coming?" had their comments quietly erased. That silence, paired with the effort to scrub any mention of the issue, is not sitting well with the public. As one fan put it, "Real dads don't pick and choose their kids, and now even that comment is gone." Which raises the question, if there is nothing to hide, why erase the comments? The silence alone is unsettling, but the attempts to clean up the conversation only make it more suspicious. And it does not end there. Some fans noticed that Scrappy, who once followed Shakira on social media, no longer does, and she no longer follows him either. For many, this digital disconnect feels like confirmation that their co-parenting relationship may be entirely broken. But what adds another layer is Scrappy's activity since the backlash. He has continued to post, but not about the child or the situation at hand. In the days following the birthday fallout, he shared gym clips, reposted fan art, and even uploaded a throwback performance video. Yet there has been no mention of the child caught in the middle. Some fans believe this is a calculated distraction, an attempt to shift attention back to his music and career. Others see it as blatant emotional avoidance. Either way, the message feels loud and clear. Ignoring the issue only makes it worse. And that silence, instead of helping, is now driving even more speculation. According to a few insiders, Scrappy may be staying quiet because he knows this narrative clashes with the family-first image he has carefully curated in the past. After all, if you're going to present yourself as a loving father, then fans expect equal energy for all your children, not just the ones who fit your current image or relationship status. The pressure's building, fans are watching, and unless Scrappy makes a move soon, this narrative might become permanent. But hold up, because we're not done yet. By now, this whole situation has gone way beyond a birthday party. It's turned into a full-blown public spectacle, and with the internet being what it is, it didn't take long for fans, bloggers, influencers, and even a few celebs to start chiming in with their takes. Let's start with the fan response, which has been nothing short of explosive. On Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, users have been posting their reactions using hashtags like Scrappy Deadbeat Justice for Shakira, Invite All Your Kids, and Birthdagate. The consensus: people are not buying the happy family narrative that Lil Scrappy and his girlfriend tried to present. One tweet that went viral read, "This ain't about co-parenting. This situation is about more than just co-parenting. It is about doing what is right for your child. If you can organize a celebration and purposely leave one of your kids out, that reveals more about your character than it does about the mother of the child." A TikTok creator with over 500,000 followers posted a detailed 3-part video series titled Lil Scrappy, We Got Questions, where she laid out the full timeline, highlighted deleted comments with screenshots, and even examined the girlfriend's Instagram activity. Thousands of users jumped into the comments section. One said Scrappy had just ruined his own public image. Another praised Shakira for remaining calm, saying they would have reacted much differently. Others pointed out that Scrappy gives off part-time dad, full-time influencer vibes, and claimed he is another rapper turning his back on where he came from. Then came the celebrity responses. Though no one mentioned Scrappy by name, some familiar voices posted messages that many fans interpreted as indirect reactions to the situation. Among them was Erica Dixon, Scrappy's other child's mother, who shared a cryptic Instagram story just one day after the drama erupted. And it immediately set social media buzzing. It read, "Some people think being silent makes them innocent. Nah, it just shows how loud your guilt really is. Hey, that's not random." Fans immediately speculated she was shading Scrappy, especially given their long and complicated history of co-parenting struggles. And it didn't stop there. Another Love and Hip Hop cast member who chose to stay anonymous on a blog page reportedly said, "People can change partners, but if they don't change patterns, the cycle repeats. Scrappy's still moving the same way he did 10 years ago." Even some parenting advocates jumped in on the conversation. A popular mommy blogger wrote in a Facebook post, "We're so quick to bash moms for being bitter or controlling, but this time, a father threw a party, excluded a child, and the mother responded with calm and class. That's not drama, that's pain, oof." So, what does this mean for Lil Scrappy's reputation? Honestly, this could be career-changing. The world of social media is brutally unforgiving when it comes to parenting slip-ups, especially when kids are involved. And let's be real, Scrappy's brand has always relied on being a real one, a family man, and someone who keeps it 100. This recent move by Scrappy is being seen by many as distant, insincere, and deliberately planned. While he might be aiming to shift back into music, acting, or podcasting, his silence could cost him. In today's world, image is everything and his public standing is rapidly declining. Some fans are already distancing themselves by unfollowing and unsubscribing, stating they will not return unless he addresses the situation directly and takes accountability. Meanwhile, Shakira is being commended for her grace and restraint, especially since she could have easily exposed him but chose not to. So, what lies ahead? In the final chapter, we will dive into what steps must be taken next for the child, for the co-parents, and for Scrappy if redemption is even possible, because at its core, this is no longer just about a scandal. This is a moment that demands responsibility.